Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of someone getting outraged because Target stopped selling plus-size clothes in store. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips, including one where someone says a stranger told them they were too big to wear sweatpants in public, and another where someone says it's fat-phobic to say the fat on your midsection is your uterus, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
You know that Target completely got rid of their plus-size clothing in store? So here I am. First of all,
They did?
I stopped shopping at Target like several years ago. I can't completely boycott, not with kind of where I live geographically, but I really don't spend like any money there. I used to spend money there a lot. Like I would go like every few weeks and just browse and buy whatever I needed. Now I really only go if I have a specific purpose. Okay, I have a baby shower later today. This is where she's registered at, so I was at Target.
I have a full wardrobe of clothes for every single occasion. Am I the only one that's like that doesn't need to constantly go shopping?
And I am in need of a white button-up like staple cardigan, okay? And I was like, I've seen a few other places. I was like, let's see if Target has any.
That's a very specific need. You woke up one morning, you're like, oh, I need a white button-up cardigan. Okay, why do you need this very specific thing?
Target has ever been super size inclusive, but they have always had 1X, 2X, 3X, and they always are good at basics. They used to be like literally 5 racks. They've never been winning any awards in the inclusivity kind of range. So I go to where it used to be. I don't see any plus size clothing. I'm like, that's weird. I'm like, maybe they just like rearrange things. So I passed an employee and I'm like, hey, where's the plus size clothing? She said, oh, we don't carry that anymore.
They straight up don't carry plus-size clothes at all anymore. What? Okay, I just looked it up and I am seeing some information about Target reducing their plus-size inventory. We'll read about that a little bit more in a moment.
I said, excuse me? She said, oh, if you want plus-size clothing, it has to be online. I said, you don't carry any plus-size clothing in store anymore? She said, nope, it's all online.
Well, that is a bummer, but why do we need clothes constantly? Why don't we have clothes for whatever event we're going to? Somebody told me back when they were living in a larger body, they were constantly clothes shopping because their body was changing. Their body was constantly changing. So that's why they constantly needed new clothes. I have a whole wardrobe. I have clothes for every possible situation.
Now, I'm someone who can wear an extra, extra large, which is considered straight size. I went to the straight size stuff, I looked around, but honestly, it pissed me off so much I didn't buy anything. I was like, what do you mean you don't carry it at all?
And then she said, why are you constantly looking for new clothes? Weren't you in here a few months ago buying some clothes? Why don't you wear those? Also, it is a bummer that they don't carry things in store, but we can buy them online. So hopefully there's not too many funerals popping up where we need to be there the next day. As long as we have like 2 or 3 business days before this event, we can get the clothes online. They'll have them here, Amazon 2-day Prime delivery. This video is not sponsored by Amazon. Hopefully one day. I'm right here, Jeff. Right here, Jeff.
And like, it's just so discouraging, right? Because like in the past week, I've seen all this stuff about how like Southwest has really like messed up their like person of size.
Oh, here we go again. Here we go again. We just can't stop talking about this
Policy and how they have been just like absolutely cruel to larger people.
What? By giving you a free extra seat if the plane happens to be empty and there's an empty seat in your same fare class? That's cruel? Gee, I'd hate to see what you think of United or Delta. They don't have any such policy.
I have a lot of thoughts on that too, but like, they just completely got rid of it.
No, they didn't. I've literally made several videos about this topic recently. You should all go back and watch them if you didn't.
That's crazy. I mean, like I needed more of a reason really not to spend money in Target, but anyway, wow. And like, it's crazy because I also know there's like an entire subset of people that's like, well, you know, not every store needs to carry your size. And you're right. I just think that like slowly disappearance of plus size in like big box stores. Like I don't expect the little boutiques to carry plus sizes. I know it costs more money to have a bigger size range, but like giant stores.
It is a little confusing, honestly.
Like Old Navy, they had this entire size inclusive kind of rollout a few years ago. They were like, oh my God, we're gonna carry like through 3x in the store or whatever, and then they just like slowly rolled it back into 21.
It wasn't profitable. That's why they did that. It was costing them more money to pay to keep the plus sizes in inventory than were selling, so it wasn't profitable. That's typically what that means. Perhaps Target is experiencing a similar situation, although it is my understanding that the average person is between a size 16 and 18 these days, so I don't know what they're on about, although is that just like a 1X or like an XXL or something? I believe so.
And then Target has always carried plus sizes in store, and mind you, like I said, they've never been great at it, but they always carried some, and then there's just like silently disappearing, and then like...
It was after that glitter and lasers Target shopping fiasco. They were like, you know what? I don't think we're going to carry plus sizes anymore if we're going to have this type of shenanigans coming into the store, making a mess all over the damn place. Nah, that probably wasn't it. I just made that up, I'm sorry.
Some stores at this point, if you return things in the store, they're charging like a restock fee. And I'm like,
oh, I hate that so much. I hate that so much. If your product sucks and I bring it back, don't try to charge me to restock it.
It's interesting because now these stores are like, oh, well, they only have plus size online, so if you return in store, are you gonna have to pay the restocking fee?
I hope not, and I think you would probably be able to return it online as well.
Additionally, it's not like they've completely gotten rid of the plus size. They're still profiting off the plus size community, but they're not okay with carrying the size in store. So they're like, we'll just carry the fatties, they can shop online. They don't need dressing rooms. I would argue to say the fat people need dressing rooms more than the skinny people.
I think there should be standard sizes. I think an 8 should be an 8 no matter which store you go to. I shouldn't be swimming in an 8 from Marshall's, but I can't fit into an 8 at JCPenney. An 8 is just a random number. I don't know what size I would be. I think I would be a 6 on it. I might be a 6 or an 8, although we can all agree I'm a 10. Sorry about that.
Like, they're the ones whose stuff's not gonna fit right. And before I see like haters, like, well, I guess you should just not be fat. Okay, well, like, do you know you can't just like blink your eye and lose 100 pounds? Like,
right, it's gonna take a little bit more than blinking our eye. Did we blink our eye and become overweight? Or was it like a series of actions over a long course of time that led to this? If that's the case, then it might take a series of actions over a long course of time to remedy this situation.
you know what? I hate it here.
Like I said, I don't know why we constantly have to be shopping in-store for clothes, and I don't see why we have a problem with shopping online. I don't have any emergency events that pop up, and if they do, I already have clothes that fit me for those events. Also, like I said, I've heard other people say back when they were living in a larger body, they were always looking for clothes because they no longer fit into their previous clothes. So that's why their wardrobe of clothes that they bought previously cannot be used to go to that emergency funeral or that emergency wedding that springs up overnight. According to a quick Google search, Target has significantly reduced or removed plus-size clothing, specifically the Ava and Viv brand, from many physical store locations as of early 2026. We heard somebody complaining about that recently. Shifting inventory primarily to online, according to customer reports and social media discussions. While some items remain in select stores, the in-store plus-size section has largely been replaced. Similar to other retailers like The Gap and J. Crew, Target has moved to an online-first model for certain plus-size lines to optimize in-store space and focus on items with higher turnover. Okay, so it looks like they're getting rid of those items in-store so they can put in items that sell more, according to that. Next.
Size person, am I not allowed to walk out of the house with sweatpants and a sweatshirt on?
It was cut off there, but she said, as a plus-sized person, am I not allowed to leave the house with sweatpants and a sweatshirt on?
So I have to go to Whole Foods because I have to do an Amazon return, and there are a couple things that I need to get before this blizzard hits. I was literally running out of the house. I have sweatpants and sweatshirt on. You know, as most people do throw on when they're running out of the house to do something very quickly.
I don't really wear sweatpants and sweatshirts out in public. I do occasionally wear my gym shorts, but that's just like part of what I'm always wearing. Right now, I'm wearing a polo and gym shorts because you don't have to see the bottom half of me. It'd be weird if I was wearing like full-on dress pants just sitting here on the couch in my house. I'm only business from here up, baby. From here down is all party.
I was running into Whole Foods, returning, grabbing something, and leaving. Probably wouldn't have even taken me 5 minutes. As I'm done with the Amazon line, I go down one of the aisles because there's a couple things that I need to grab. There's this woman in the same aisle as me. She's tall, she's skinny, she has blonde hair.
She's skinny.
I'm trying to search for this one product, and I keep seeing her look at me, and I'm like, why does she keep looking at me? I'm like, you wanna know what? Mind your business. I don't really care about other people. Like, I'm in my zone. I'm trying to get what I want and literally get out.
Right. She was probably doing the same, so we'll see what you claim happened next.
And I see she starts to walk towards me, and I move up, so I was kind of in like the middle of the aisle, but like I could see that she was gonna go past me, so I was like, let me move up so she could pass by me, so I can, step back and, make sure I'm looking at all the bottom shelves, because I literally couldn't find what I was looking for. And she doesn't go past me, she kind of comes up to me and is like, as someone that has your kind of body type, as someone that's bigger, it's really unattractive for someone like you to be wearing sweatpants and sweatshirt out in public.
She specified someone like you should not wear sweatpants or a sweatshirt in public. Okay? It's fine for everybody else though, right?
Like, I just wanted you to know that in case, no one has ever told you that. The audacity.
Strike that. The gall.
So it's okay for you to walk out in your athleisure wear, like you just came from Pilates and you just have a long trench coat over it, that it's okay for you to walk out like that. But for me, 2 seconds running out just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt, like everybody does.
Okay, so she was wearing athleisure wear, as you put it, and she's trying to take the piss out of you for wearing sweatpants? What? And she had a trench coat over it. What? What? She was wearing like gym clothes, but with a trench coat over it? What?
Walk out in your athleisure wear, like you just came from Pilates and you just have a long trench coat over it, that it's okay for you to walk out like that. But for me, 2 seconds
For me.
running out just wearing sweatpants and a sweatshirt, like everybody does.
I don't do that. I don't wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt in public. Although I think it depends on where you live. Back when I lived in a colder area, like back in the middle of Pennsylvania, everybody was wearing sweatpants everywhere. Although I think they had also kind of just given up. Maybe because the weather was just so continually crappy that everybody had just given up on life. I don't know. It was weird. Even like kids were wearing sweatpants. Like high school kids were leaving their houses wearing sweatpants. You don't see that out here.
There are thousands of people on this planet, hundreds, millions, that wear sweatpants and sweatshirts.
Nah, I'm gonna disagree with you there. It's just you. I've never seen anybody wear those type of clothes before in my life. This is a you problem. No, I'm just kidding.
But as soon as it's a bigger person, y'all have a problem with it. There are plenty of skinny people who have gone out, sweatshirts, sweatpants.
Why do you keep bringing up what other people do? I don't know why some people do that. Like, yeah, I did this. And so does everybody else. So what? Who cares what everybody else does? Let's stay focused on our own actions.
Oh, people are like, oh my God, it's so cute. She looks so cute and comfy. And then there's me who are like, she looks like a fat cow. I looked at her and I said, lady.
What? I think you're imagining all of this. You think that when thinner people go out in sweatpants, everybody thinks it's cute. But when you do it, they don't. They think you have some kind of problem. Where are you getting this information from?
Please mind your business, because if you have body issues, there's no need to project your problems onto my body, because I'm actually comfortable with my body, and I don't feel the need to go.
Well, when you described that woman, you described her as a skinny, tall, blonde woman. If we don't want people to talk about our body, we probably shouldn't talk about theirs, you know?
Out there and, critique everybody who comes out in sweatshirts and sweatpants just because they're a bigger size than me. She looked at me and she was like, I don't have a problem with my body. And I was like, well, why are you projecting your issues onto me?
She said, I don't have a problem with my body. Why did she say that? What did you say that led to her saying, I don't have a problem with my body? Oh, because you told her, lady, please mind your business. There's no need to project your problems onto my body. And then she said,
she looked at me and she was like, I don't have a problem with my body. And I was like, well, why are you projecting your issues onto me?
Right.
As if I'm gonna walk out of my house in sweatshirt and sweatpants, I'm going to. Just because a skinny white lady told me that, oh, it looks unattractive.
I don't know why we keep having to refer to her as skinny or refer to her body size or type at all. If we don't like people talking about our body size or type, we probably shouldn't constantly bring up theirs, you know?
I don't care. I'm not trying to impress anybody. My boyfriend loves this here. She just kept trying to go on and on about how she just thinks it's unattractive. And I literally told her, lady, have the day you deserve.
God, I'm so sick of that saying. I love that people think they're sticking it to people by saying, I hope you have the day you deserve. Like, it's not sticking it to me for somebody to be like, I hope you have a bad day because you and I were just disagreeing about something.
And the sad part is that she was probably around the same age as me. Really do wonder sometimes, you know, when you were younger, you were told, if you don't have anything nice, don't say anything at all. Were y'all not taught that?
Okay, so she got accosted by some rando in the store that told her she was too fat to wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt in public. And then they got into some sort of debate about body image and blah, 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 blah. I can't imagine anybody giving somebody else a hard time for wearing sweatpants or a sweatshirt just because of their body size. If you were thinner, this would be fine, but you're living in a larger body. This is not okay. I just have a hard time believing anybody would choose to have more of a headache out there in society than they need to. I just want to get in the store and get my Epsom salt and get the hell out of here without interacting with anybody if possible. People coming at me, hey man, what about hey, would you like to buy this? What about the, and I'm just like, that's how I am at the store. I see all these people coming trying to talk to me like obstacles. I'm like, away. If that interaction did happen, that's weird and that's a bummer. I don't care what literally anybody else is doing out in society. You could be wearing sweatpants. You could be wearing no pants. I don't care. Next.
No, girly, you don't have a stomach pooch. That's actually your uterus. Your uterus needs that space. You don't have arm flab. That's actually just your tricep. I'm begging you to shut the fuck up.
Why? Why can't I talk about my tricep or my uterus? What's the problem?
Please.
Why?
It is quite literally just fat and skin.
How dare you talk about my tricep like that? There might be a little bit of muscle in there.
I'm sorry to break it to you. Normal size uterus is 2 inches by 3 inch by 1 inch. Honestly, a little smaller than this because this is 3 by 3. And yes, that is 1 inch thick.
Okay.
And that
Okay.
I said normal, so don't come at me, bean supers. Well, actually, I have
Bean supers? You take that back! What the hell does that mean? What's a bean super? Hot take. That's just your uterus. It's fat phobia. How is it fat phobic to say that the fat on your midsection is your uterus? Maybe it's not like the most accurate thing to say, because maybe some of that is not uterus, but how is it fat phobic? Because we're trying to make excuses for our body or whatever when we should just love it or something? Maybe we should just love our body.
blah, blah, blah. I'm not talking about you.
Okay.
Are we honestly this fat phobic as a society that we lie to ourselves and be like, that's not fat, girly, that's your uterus?
It's fat phobic to say that this pouch right here is your uterus? Isn't there some kind of little bit of a uterus going on there a little bit? Maybe. Some people have that. Maybe.
You don't have arm flap. That's your tricep.
Well, some people might just be trying to downplay various parts of their bodies to make themselves feel better. They should be allowed to think that the bingo flaps are actually triceps and this belly fat is actually a uterus. People are free to think that. You can think whatever you want. Most of this is water weight, in case any of you were wondering.
Stop it. It's just fat and skin.
No, it's not.
Stop lying. Other comments are...
How dare you? It's triceps and I'm super buff, damn it.
Listen, I'm no scientist, but...
You're kidding. Sorry about that. Sorry.
I know when I smell bullshit.
Do you know when you smell a uterus? I'm sorry.
Are we looking at men and being like, no dude, you're not fat. That's just your prostate.
When I got a big fat ass, I'm like, that's not fat, I just got a big old prostate, man. It's the size of a freaking grapefruit.
You need extra room for your prostate. You know how fucking stupid that sounds? Enough.
Okay, she's right. Trying to blame a little bit of pudge on our midsection on various internal organs doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I don't have a large derriere. That's just my prostate. Damn, that prostate is swollen. Oh my gosh. Dude, I don't have a spare tire around my midsection. That's just my liver. It's a little swollen. I've been drinking for several days. Don't be alarmed. Okay, I don't know if it's fat phobic to say that the belly fat is actually your uterus, but it's definitely probably not accurate. I guess I get what she's going for. She's like trying to make up excuses and say that this isn't actually fat, is fat phobic, because you should just be embracing the fat. You should be like, yeah, that is fat, that's me, and I'm proud of it, or something like that. So we had a lot of very interesting clips in today's video, but what do you think? Is it ridiculous that Target is no longer carrying plus sizes in store? Why was that second lady giving her a hard time for wearing sweatpants in public? And is it fat phobic to say that the fat on our midsection is actually an internal organ? Leave a comment below. Happy Thursday, everybody. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain.